Hello and welcome to this week's video. Today I'm going to be talking about how you can change your destiny and why you need to change your destiny if you want to experience your absolute highest potential in this lifetime. You've been conditioned to live your life a certain way based on how you've been brought up, the environment you were brought up in, the beliefs that your parents had, the beliefs that your culture, the society around you has. And so you have been programmed a certain way to live your life a certain way, and you're always then creating based on who you believe you are. So then and then you're always creating a life based on your past experiences. So if you want to create a future where you're in line with your soul and your highest potential, you need to step outside of the conditioned mind, outside of who you've been told that you are, and into something new. You need to change your destiny. Your destiny is in your hands. You are creating your external reality based on your internal reality. And your internal world is made up of your energetic state, your emotions, your behaviours, your patterns, your conditionings, the beliefs that you have been brought up with, your environment that you have been brought up with. This has all shaped who you are internally. This has all shaped your personality and who you express yourself as in this world. If you want to live a life based on your highest potential and you want to live a life as your fullest expression, then you're going to need to step outside of the conditioning, outside of who you've been programmed to believe that you are, and into something new and into something fresh. And then you can change your destiny. Because whilever you're unconscious of your internal reality, whilever you're creating your life based on who you've been told that you are living a life based on your past experiences. So if you just take a look at your life, is there any patterns in your relationships, in your finances, your career, your health, that keep on happening, maybe in slightly different ways? You're going to keep on creating experiences like that until you shine a light on them, make the pattern that is causing this effect conscious, and learn the lessons, change the direction, change your destiny. So in order to change your destiny, you need to become aware of the unconscious self. Carl Jung famously said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Meaning that you can change your fate. You can change your destiny by becoming aware of your internal world, who you have been programmed to believe that you are, how you have been programmed to believe the world is, your perception of reality, by becoming aware of who you are in truth, connected to who you truly are, and making conscious new decisions based on the life that you want to live, based in line with your highest potential. This then means that you're going to live a soul-aligned life, becoming your new destiny, rather than a life based on the kind of fearful programmings that you have been brought up with. The example that I want to use today is one that is quite prevalent for me at the moment because of an experience that I've had. So 3 years ago almost, I was diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer. Triple negative breast cancer is a rare form of breast cancer that can be caused by a genetic mutation. So the genetic mutation that I was diagnosed with is BRCA1. So if any of you have watched The Bold Type or heard Angelina Jolie's story, that's the BRCA1 mutation. It causes high risk of breast cancer in women, triple negative breast cancer, and ovarian cancer for women who have kind of gone through the menopause. So I was diagnosed with breast cancer, had a miraculous journey. You can learn about that through some of my other videos. But it also means that because of the BRCA1 mutation, I'm under surveillance from the gynecology oncology team to check my ovaries, screening every year, with meaning that they want to remove my ovaries once I have a family, before I am at risk of having ovarian cancer, before the risk increases. So this then leaves me with a lot of decisions, like, do I want a family? Do I need to hurry up and have a family? I have eggs frozen, do I use those? It gives me a lot of decisions that I have to make. And so it's quite complex. And if I was to live based on the fearful beliefs that I am being kind of programmed with and told, that I am seeing reflected back to me through doctors, through hospitals, saying this is the only way you're going to be safe, then I would live a very, very limited life. I would live a very fearful life. However, thank you to the fantastic, phenomenal studies done in epigenetics, I understand that I do not have to live out my genetic destiny. And this is one of the reasons that I healed breast cancer in such a miraculous, smooth way, especially for such a rare breast cancer, an aggressive breast cancer. I have bounced back stronger than most people, I'm led to believe. And what epigenetics teaches us is that our genes are not our fate, but rather their potential waiting to be influenced by our choices and our environment. So everything that I've just told you goes for the same. It's the same for our genetic expression. Our genetic expression being the metaphor for our life, right? So I have the power to determine how my genes express themselves through my lifestyle choices, my environment. The environment that I give my body to heal, to express itself, to flourish, to live in vitality and health, which is the choice that I made the second I was diagnosed with cancer. I decided that I was going to become the most healthy, vibrant version of myself, and that is what I did. And so having this freedom, I am then able to choose outside of the programming, choose outside of the fear that I might want to make a different decision other than having surgery. So because I'm not living in believing that I'm going to get ovarian cancer, I'm not living trying to protect myself from something that might happen when I know that I can change my genetic expression. And the reason I believe I got breast cancer in the first place, because I had no awareness of epigenetics before, although I had just started doing a lot of Dr. Joe Dispenza's work when I was diagnosed. Divine timing was when I found all of this. But if we think about cancer, and cancer is inflammation in the body effectively. So it's caused by stress, emotionally, chemically, physically, it's caused by stress. So when you think about a tornado can't just happen out of nothing. A tornado needs a certain environment to exist, to kind of become manifest. A tornado needs a certain environment. And that's the same with cancer. So cancer needed the right environment for me to manifest it in my body. The time I was diagnosed with cancer, I was also experiencing chronic stress, anxiety. I was very unhappy. I was making very unhealthy choices in my life, in professionally, physically, like in my health, in my mental health. So I was kind of beginning to clear the way as I was healing cancer. I made a very drastic lifestyle change the second I was diagnosed. Completely changed my life. I am now unrecognizable from the woman who I was 3 years ago. So through those lifestyle choices, my body now doesn't have the environment for cancer to be born, for cancer to necessarily exist. And this is the beauty of epigenetics and how we get to kind of change our genetic expression. Using that as an example, this is also the same for your life. So you may have beliefs about who you are that don't serve you. You may be making choices based on those beliefs about who you are that don't serve you. For instance, if you don't have a huge amount of self-love, self-worth, self-esteem, knowing who you are in truth, you may make poor decisions in relationships. You may be working in a job that doesn't fulfill you. When you start to change your internal beliefs about who you are, shine a light on the unconscious beliefs, unconscious fears, unconscious emotions that are controlling these beliefs, then you're able to understand who you are in truth and create outside of the conditioning. You're able to consciously make new decisions in alignment with the life that you want to live. And so this is how you kind of change the environment for your life, and how you begin to express in line with your highest potential, in line with your soul's desires, because you're choosing to change the expression of your life by changing your lifestyle choices effectively. You do not have to keep on reliving the same patterns and cycles, known as karma, of the past, because you believe it to be fated, because you believe that that is who you are, consciously or unconsciously. You have free will, and when you make the unconscious conscious, you're able to express that free will. Free will otherwise is just a term. It's just because you're always living based on your kind of unconscious programs. You have no free will while you're living your life based on unconscious programs. By shining a light on these unconscious programs and the truth of who you are, you can then consciously create a life in alignment with your soul and in alignment with your highest potential. And then you can totally change your destiny. And this, you changing your destiny, stepping into your power, reclaiming who you are, and expressing yourself as this infinite being here, having a human experience where anything is possible because we've all been created in this quantum field. By you stepping into that, your life gets more magical than you could ever believe possible, more magical than your wildest imagination can comprehend right now. Don't tell me that you don't want that. Surely it's worth risking having a look at what's going on internally so that you can change your destiny, you can change your expression of life. It's such a powerful place to live from. And kind of going through, like, I had my ovaries checked this week, and it filled me with some fear, like, do I need to have my ovaries removed yet? But then I was reminded, I had sent a message from my higher self saying, hold on, Rosanna, you don't have to live out your genetic destiny. You have the power to create your life and to change your destiny. So this is my message for you this week, is you have the power to change your destiny. You have the power to consciously create a life that you are head over heels in love with. And it starts by getting to know who you are in truth. Know who you are outside of the conditioned mind, outside of your patterns, outside of your social, cultural, familial programming, and really getting to know who you are and expressing who you are. I have an incredible 7-day challenge coming up called Know and Love Thyself. 7 days you spend with me totally free, and we go through spiritual meditation, self-discovery exercises with live calls and workshops, as well as some self-paced prompts and exercises for you to go through to help you know who you truly are and how you can express that in this lifetime. It's going to be a really, really profound challenge, and I would really, really love to see you there. If you're interested, then you can sign up through the link in the description. And if you have any questions or would like to share anything with me, then please leave a comment and I'll be sure to get back to you. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all of my latest content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.